The act is expected to be signed very soon into law by President Trump. On Thursday, members of Georgia's congressional delegation were met by House Speaker Mike Johnson as he signed that legislation.
This will be the first bill signed by the president. Mike Collins did extraordinary work of Georgia. All the Georgia delegation worked so hard on this. This is the right thing to do. It's a really important moment for the country, and it's always good when the right thing is also the popular thing. And this is what the American people demand and deserve. They want accountability.
That law, of course, named for nursing student Laken Riley, killed last year on the University of Georgia campus. Her killer was an undocumented immigrant. The law includes stricter detention policies for non-U.S. citizens who are arrested and charged with crimes. 11 Alive's Joe Ripley has a look on the impact the law could have in Georgia.
The bill passed.
With that vote, the Laken Riley Act is now one presidential signature away from becoming the law of the land.
The Laken Riley Act is a shameful attempt to use a family's grief into pushing a very anti-immigrant and xenophobic type of mass deportation framework.
Jerry Gonzalez leads the immigrant advocacy group Galeo. He says lawmakers threw immigrants under the bus when they passed the law, which aims to crack down on undocumented immigrants accused of crimes.
Being accused of a crime doesn't mean you are convicted of a crime. So it does raise significant red flags for due process violations.
The law is named for the nursing student killed on the campus of the University of Georgia in 2024. In November, a judge sentenced Jose Ibarra, an immigrant from Venezuela, to life in prison after a jury convicted him of murder and other charges.
Anytime they break a law, anytime they cross into our country, they should be rounded up and shipped out as fast as possible.
Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene called for more prisons to be built. The law could also add more work for immigration courts across the country.
Laken Riley is a young woman who should be living her American dream, and she had the right to do it. But people that come across our border illegally are not Americans, and they do not have rights here.
Dozens of Democrats voted for the Laken Riley Act as well. In a statement, Senator Reverend Raphael Warnock said he did not agree with everything in the law, but hoped that, quote, the vote brings some comfort to her family and friends, as well as the UGA and Athens community. Meantime, Gonzalez says sectors like agriculture, poultry, carpet manufacturing, and construction could all suffer in Georgia if the law leads to mass deportations.
Do we need to get our border under control? Absolutely. But we need to do it in a way that respects the folks that are already here, respects an orderly process, and creates channels of people to come into this country lawfully.
Joe Ripley, 11 Alive News.
The Laken Riley law also expands authorities for immigration and customs enforcement, or ICE, to detain undocumented immigrants. It also allows states to sue federal officials for potential failures related to immigration enforcement.